Hello and welcome to WhatKeepsYouAwake.tv. It's time again to dive into the hustles, the hurdles, and the highs that keep small business leaders up at night. I'm your host, David Hooser, and I'm happy to welcome today's guest, Dr. Sonja Elcic.
Yes, hello. Thank you for having me.
That took 20 minutes of rehearsal to get. Dr. Elcic is the founder and CEO of Citrine Research and Consulting. Did I do that one right?
It was close. Citrine.
Citrine. We'll never forget that. Her company focuses on psychology-driven marketing that blends human behavior with data to develop a strategy that builds deeply connecting and consistently converting brands. Another mouthful. But, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it, right?
Exactly.
So that's why we have you here. She's passionate about helping SMBs understand why people buy, very important to know, and how to turn that insight into marketing that actually works. Sonja, welcome to the show.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
We're glad you made it through all of the challenges we've had this morning.
Yes.
Let's get started with more. Let's talk about our foundational questions. So, as a psychologist turned marketer, what keeps you awake late at night?
What doesn't when it comes to owning a business?
That is true. Certain things you learn to live with, certain things
Yes.
stay with you night after night after night.
Yes. I think for me, what keeps me up at night is, because I studied psychology for 10 years and marketing was so new to me and having to learn it so quickly, and it's ever evolving and there's always something to know. So I don't know if anyone can call themselves a marketing or advertising expert. So what keeps me up at night is time, not having the time to just immerse myself in everything that's happening in the marketing and advertising world.
Okay, it does change.
I wish I could sleep for 3 hours a day.
Is that right?
There are never enough hours in the day for me.
Are you a cat napper? Do you
No.
do you get a break throughout the day at all?
I don't. I usually get 6 to 7 hours of sleep, but
Okay.
I just need more time.
You need more time. That's an age-old challenge for all entrepreneurs. So,
It is.
but you would think in the age of AI, they're coming to save the day, right? To help us build tools that give us more efficiencies and less, sleepless night concerns. So let's talk about your business. So let's talk about your journey a little bit.
Yeah.
So did you just go from corporate America and jump into entrepreneurial exploration, or did you transition over time from corporate America to entrepreneurship?
Yeah, it was a dipping the toes in the water approach. So I was working full-time for a corporate company. And
Okay. Here in Arizona?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was an executive assistant, and I was working on my PhD. I knew I wanted to branch off on my own once I was done. I just didn't know how to do it. And I started an LLC, which was Citrine Research and Consulting, and it was supposed to be...
So you did it as a side hustle?
Yes.
Okay.
But I wasn't taking on clients.
Okay.
I wasn't selling my business at all.
Okay.
It was just there. It was living rent-free.
Right.
And the marketing thing just fell into my lap. We had hired a business to come in, and I really loved their services. And I thought, how are they marketing this? So I asked them, and they said, they spun around. They did a 360. They said, I don't know, maybe you.
There you go.
And I said, yeah, okay.
All right, let's try this. So what were you doing in your corporate role? Were you, as a psychologist, were you in an HR role? What did you do back in that day?
I was an executive assistant for the CEO of the company.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So I provided support. I was an advisor.
So you for sure were using your psychology skills trying to tame
Definitely.
the insanity of the C-suite.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Which also came with valuable mentors.
Sure.
So I never had such mentors like that. And that was a pivotal part of working there.
Okay.
And I think that's something I would recommend to everyone
Sure.
starting a business is
Sure.
work in that field first. And that's what my mentor told me. But I don't listen well, always. And I'm stubborn. And the way it fell into my lap, it was like this is an opportunity, and I am an opportunist.
Okay.
And that was when I started diving into the marketing and advertising
How you
world.
would pull this all together.
How I
Okay.
would pull it off, yeah.
So you weren't per se competing. The firm you worked with wasn't providing marketing services for that
Correct.
client.
And I ran it by my boss at the time.
Okay.
I always tried to do things the right way, the ethical way. So it wasn't a secret. I
Okay.
mean, there were times where I would tell my boss, hey, I have a potential client. Can I leave an hour early to go meet with this potential
Oh,
client?
okay.
And the whole C-suite, they were very supportive of me.
Very
so
good.
I was very lucky. Not everyone is so lucky.
No. Most would not let you
No.
do
Looking
your-
back, it's insane.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful.
Yeah. So that was your first client, and you. How long did you work with them before you took off on your own?
Well, that potential client thought that I did marketing, and I don't know why. And so I said, oh my gosh, I have to sell them. I have to really look legit. And I had hired 2 of my friends to join me
Okay.
in a meeting with this potential client. And I had them dress up, and I'm like, just be here
Just
so I
fill
don't look
the
like
room.
a tiny
Right.
business owner. Yeah, fill the room. And they did, and that potential client was so impressed.
Very cool.
So from there, I was working for him, and then I just did cold outreach on LinkedIn. And people started responding. And I was sending messages at odd hours. I mean,
Right.
8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. And that was a sweet spot to catch people.
Sure. Especially entrepreneurs,
Yes.
as we
Yes,
finally do
exactly.
social media at that time of night.
Right.
I got a message back from something I sent at 3 a.m. I go, yep, that makes sense.
I'm pretty sure I responded to you last night at like 11 p.m.
Okay.
with
Yeah.
my questions.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
I think you're
that
right.
checks out.
Yep. So your first client came on board. You had the safety net of your day job.
Yep.
And then what finally pushed you over the edge to make that decision to go no safety net and on your own?
I think it was once I reached a certain amount of revenue per month
Okay.
that I felt comfortable, and I felt more confident in my ability to get more clients. And it was terrifying. I probably should have waited a little longer and gotten more clients because it was just such a high turnover in my industry
Yeah.
with clients, especially small business owners. They tend to either go in-house with their marketing or put it on pause, because I do feel that marketing and advertising are undervalued,
Right.
especially if they don't fully understand that world.
Right.
And that was when I put in my notice, and my company asked me to stay on for another month just to help them out. And I think that's when things really, I wouldn't even say fall into place, because you have that oh no moment where you're like, I'm losing my insurance.
Right.
My 401k
Right.
is on pause. Now what do I do? And when you
I
don't
get
have
paid-
a mentor.
I get paid last.
Yes.
So
Then it gets scary, because I had my mortgage and just so many other bills that I had to worry about. And getting that, knowing how much you're going to get every 2 weeks at a corporate job
Right.
was really cushy.
setting a budget makes it's a lot easier to set a budget when you have that
Yes.
consistency. But
Yes.
it's a lot more exciting after a couple years of success to see how big your budget can grow.
Yes.
Because you're doing the things that you're more passionate about. It's
Absolutely.
your business. It's your
My baby.
your baby
But it's a
growing
roller
up.
coaster of a baby, too. Because there
Always.
are ebbs and flows and seasons and even personal things in life. I mean, everything impacts your business. It is
So-
so sensitive. I would consider it like a glass house
Okay.
in a way.
So hopeful no one's outside throwing stones, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
And that's, it's not hard to find. There are a lot of people try to tear you down.
Yes,
A lot of
I've heard that.
situations that occur that could tear you down if you're not thoughtful and ready to deal with those things as they occur. So
Yeah.
you got into, and you talk about having psychology-driven, aspects of your marketing campaigns, and then merging that with data. So let's talk a little bit about, so psychology-driven. How do you derive that psychology component of your business?
Human behavior,
Okay.
consumerism.
Okay,
What do people want?
so you look at what's relevant today, or
Yeah.
you
Well,
look
and
at,
also what was relevant in the past, because
Okay.
trends tend to come back.
okay,
So that's where I'm a data nerd, is what has worked well in the past? How can we modernize it or even redo it? Some people I think business owners get caught in the weeds of going viral and just getting the wrong people through the door.
right,
And so with data, you know exactly how to target, how to do your marketing and advertising, set up your ads. So when you know.
but getting data takes time, and usually
Yes,
that's the challenge you have with SMBs.
yes.
Is they, our sponsor, MBPS, is a new company. And that's part of the challenge, is they don't have a history to pull on.
Yeah.
And they don't necessarily have a big budget to build that data on. So you've got to have external sources that you can pull that data from as a industry example or comparison.
Yeah, like the research publications, the surveys.
Okay.
So I think that's where being a good researcher is so important. Being able to pull that real actual data, not just from Chat GPT, because I
Right.
notice a lot of
lot of people
data
do
being
now,
pulled
yeah.
from there.
Yeah.
But looking at the big companies that are actually doing surveys and getting you real data and going from there is really important. But also educating your clients about expectations.
Sure.
And I mean, even for like Google Ads, it can take months
Right.
sometimes to get
Right.
real data and,
Right.
and realize how your campaign is going.
Right.
And same with social media. It takes time, and that's a big thing I stress, is that patience.
It's
valuable.
important to understand that, but it's also important to really have an engaged client with you, because of all the campaigns I've run in online advertising with Bing, Yahoo, Google, I know there's one truth, one actual scenario is when you invest in the wrong approach, they don't give you your money back.
No.
If you target something wrong, do something that isn't optimal for your revenue results, they
Yeah.
don't give it back. So that's the challenge that SMBs have, is
Yes.
we're, again, just like you don't have that safety net. Most of our audience is out there trying to figure out how they're going to pay for this campaign, and you're hoping the revenues, the returns come in, the leads, that the leads are reasonable, that are convertible, not just quantity but quality, and that's kind of the challenge. So making sure you're working with the right person, like you,
Absolutely. That's
is critical.
well, and the right business owner too.
Right.
So you are the expert of your business, and I haven't niched yet. So I help any and every small
Okay.
business owner right now.
Okay.
And so I don't have the time to learn
Your sector.
everything
Right.
about your industry. So I lean on my clients to tell me about their business
Right.
and their ideal audience.
Okay.
So it is a collaborative effort. Even when we post social media stuff, does this make sense? We always have them approve our posts. And I think it's so critical. I've had potential clients that tell me, oh, just take the reins, I don't care.
Right.
And I can't take those on.
Can't do that.
But then you have the micromanagers that
Well, and
I
you
can't
also
take those on either.
you also need to make sure your clients are doing, because there is a difference between marketing and selling. Sometimes small business
Can you
owners
say
forget
that one more time?
I mean, you've got to convert what comes in the door, and that means you've got to stay on it. You've got to nurture
Yes.
that initial communication to grow it into one that's more trust based. Because again, going back to MBPS, which is a small managed IT services company, you go out on a cold campaign and you tell them, trust me with your most valuable client data, your network, your employees, managing and providing help desk services to them. And they're like, wait, how do I know you?
Yeah.
I just heard about you. So it takes time, and there has to be an interaction. And if that's not in place, then all the great research you do and campaign work you do is
That's true.
going to go for naught.
When I first started out, we didn't have a portfolio. We didn't have much. And so a lot of it was pitching to my clients, hey, can I try this out? My treat.
Yeah.
Or can I do this for you? Even offering free services just to get a little bit of data and build.
Right.
It's unfortunate that we have to do that, but it is good practice.
Yeah, you learn a lot.
And I practice a lot on my business.
Right.
If I want to try a new channel, different ad platforms,
Gotcha.
I'll use my business to do it. And then if I like it, then I'll pitch it to my clients now.
So what are the most effective things? Like, for example, here in the communication world, you start doing studies on what trends, where do people get their information?
Mm-hmm.
And, start looking at the demographic, like you try to define the demographic of your potential prospective clients. Small business owners. Small business owners tend to be in their, the actual owner of the business, if that's your target, tend to be in their 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
Okay, where do they get their information? Do they get it from TikTok? Probably not.
Right.
Do they get it from podcasts, which is a growing channel? Do they
Likely.
get it from cable TV? Do they get it? So
Mm-hmm.
those kind of things. And I assume that's where you shine in trying to help determine the best way forward for your clients.
Well, I think with social media, I always suggest, even if your audience doesn't live there, it's still free advertising and you're
To have
still
a
getting
presence, yeah.
your brand out. So if your audience doesn't live on TikTok, you should still be posting, because when people search you or anything relevant to
They
you on
find-
Google,
Yeah,
maybe your TikTok pops up, and that's okay,
it's okay.
especially if you have good content on there.
If it's good
worthwhile.
content,
Yeah.
relevant to,
Right, absolutely.
Okay.
So it's a little difficult sometimes to sell people on that because they don't see it, but I've seen the value in it.
But
I've
to
seen
your
the
point, you can do that yourself. Now, again, you and I
Mhm.
just talked about, the whole premise of this show is the challenge of, sleepless nights and, amongst small business,
Mhm.
medium-sized business owners, operators. But they can do those kind of things. If money
Absolutely.
is an issue, you can be your own social media manager. Late at night, that's what keeps you up at night is
So
responding
doing your social
on,
media, creating
on
content.
LinkedIn. So what are the top platforms you would recommend for our audience out there that they stay engaged in? I mean,
Yeah.
because I have an account on a lot of platforms, but it
Good.
doesn't mean I don't tweet or X post. I have an X, but I don't do it that much. I'm a lot more engaged in LinkedIn.
Good.
So communicate
great
a lot
one.
on LinkedIn.
Yep.
Facebook, but not as much on Instagram, whereas my son, Instagram, not at all on Facebook.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you pick and choose where you want to be?
Well, I think you're right to do LinkedIn. Facebook is great. I know people say that's an older population, and a lot of business owners don't like to bother with it, but I think it's critical because Facebook and Instagram are Meta.
Yeah.
And so when you join forces and you run
Right.
things from the Meta business suite, that is how you can run ads and boost posts and get in front of more eyes. So
Gotcha.
I think it's really important to do both. And again, it just makes it easy for you to pop up when people are searching for you.
Right.
And then I would say maybe TikTok. TikTok isn't, if you don't have the videos to post on there, then that's okay. But if you have videos, why not?
Right. Yeah. Well, I have no TikTok account, so I'll have to go set up my
You should,
my account now.
especially with your podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to promote the podcast.
Absolutely.
We need more subscribers, so if you're watching, make sure you tell your friends and your family to subscribe to the podcast. So, all right, so you can kind of do your own. So, what do you suggest small business owners not do themselves?
Their social media and their Google ads. I noticed with Google
So
ads.
actual paid ads, you mean?
Yes.
Not, just posting and, putting things up
Well-
about their company. I mean, that's the whole point of social media, right?
They should post on their own if they
Okay.
want, but a lot of times what I find is people are not brand consistent.
Ah, I see.
And so they're posting all over the board and
I
they
see.
have different colors and font, and it just looks like a mess.
Yeah, I see.
So you don't look organized, and first impressions are everything. When people are looking at your social media, if it looks messy, they're going to assume you are too.
Yeah, okay.
And then with Google Ads, they're not cheap. And so
Right.
you're throwing money and you're hoping you're going to get a return. We have a Google Ads person who worked for Google, so she knows what she's doing.
Gotcha.
I get in there sometimes and it's like a different language to me.
Yeah.
And I know just like the top layer of Google Ads. So having an expert in that area, it means your money is going to stretch a lot further than you doing
Okay.
it on your own.
Okay. What about all the different AI tools that are out there? Are they actually useful? I know in my core business, I tried to implement a bot doing
that go?
accounts receivables work. So
Okay.
these were with my clients. I had 3,000 clients, and we're just staying in touch with them. And when they owe, or they're overdue or they're coming up on a bill, we would, also. But the delays, the mistakes, I mean, it was kind of like being
can be
messy on
costly.
social media. It's
Yeah.
like, wait, and they would message us back. We don't want your AI
Oh
to
my
communicate with us anymore.
gosh.
More
I'm not
often than not.
surprised.
I mean, it just kept, the feedback we got trying to implement that was not good.
You're brave for trying it because I have
Yeah.
not. I do everything manually, and we're more of a high-touch white glove service. So
Okay.
I appreciate the manual side of things where, yes, it takes more time, but like reports, a lot of my clients had agencies or Google Ads agencies that would do their
Companies.
stuff. And they have this fancy dashboard that's AI driven and
right.
it looks nice, but the owner of the company or the account manager has no idea what is going on with their ads.
Right.
And for me, I do manual reports every single week for each client, and I'm digging into the data and I'm paying attention.
Okay.
I know exactly what's going on with the ad accounts and the social media and what I need to tweak. That's something we check every day, but especially when I'm doing reports. And with AI, I think people are putting too many things on autopilot. Now, when it comes to efficiency, like what you were trying to do, that's great.
Sure.
If it works.
If it works. If not,
But, yeah.
it hurts your reputation as.
And I've seen people use AI for creating logos and social media posts, and it's just not there.
Right.
Same with commercials or ads where they're using an AI person. It kills the authentic or genuine side of things.
Right.
And I think it makes people lose trust in you.
So from a psychologist standpoint, your clients maybe don't trust you or
Right.
don't fully connect with you.
Yes.
And okay. So and my argument would be, it is the AI evolution is here. It's going to change our world. At some point, it's going to be like the internet was back when, in the 90s, having an AOL.com account was kind of cool.
The dial-up.
And only certain people had it. And then all of a sudden, a few years
they're
later.
They're finally getting rid of it, the AOL dial-up.
Are they? Mm-hmm. Are they finally? So I still have a Hotmail email account.
I didn't even know
I can't
that was
get rid
still
of
around.
it because so many, and it's a great way to, when you're entering your information in that you really don't want to be, the permanent account situation.
Yep.
So it's great. I use my Hotmail account.
Well, I think with AI, ChatGPT and those types of platforms are great because they help with creativity.
Okay.
If you're in a block or you need ideas,
Yeah.
I love ChatGPT for that. Sometimes I really do need fresh ideas, but I execute them on my own. It's not something that ChatGPT does for me or
Okay.
Gemini or whoever you use. So that I think AI is beneficial for, but
Okay.
I think some people are overusing it big time.
So we're doing a campaign, an idea, which I can't really talk about yet because we're doing some trademarking and things. But I used ChatGPT specifically to help do some of the initial outline work. And it brought up things I never would have thought of on my own. So for sure it helps the creative side, but then, of course, I want to add my own touches, and I don't agree with where it was going. And sometimes you can craft it and prompt it in the right direction, but really it comes down to, now what companies are really, really looking for is not computer programmers.
Right.
It's English majors. It's people that can help create the prompt that will generate
Yes.
the ideal outcome.
Well, and I see a big boom in AI consultants.
And probably a combination of psychology and English is the ideal combination for for that space going forward now.
I can see that.
Yeah, interesting. So so AI. What else is kind of trending in the marketing space? So a podcast. Certainly for 35 and younger, 18 to 35, are pretty popular now. People are getting information from, programs like this one.
Yes.
So what else do you see out there in the marketing and in this psychology of people changes?
I'm seeing a lot of influencer stuff. So that's
Okay.
It's been around. But my thought is...
Have you done campaigns where you hired an influencer?
No, we actually haven't.
Haven't yet?
We have a lot of service-based clients.
Okay.
I think for product-based,
It makes sense.
influencers are
Yeah.
great. Even for service-based, if you have a local influencer that can
A
come.
buddy of mine, I should introduce you to him, is creating a pre-workout,
Okay.
which is a pretty, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, the
awesome.
workouts. But he wants to do a twist on it where he puts it into a like capsule, like Alka-Seltzer type effervescent
Oh,
capsule.
okay.
So you pop it in and
That's fun.
yeah, so and that's his idea is I'm going to go to the influencer space
Yeah.
and
I
do
love that.
all of his marketing that way. So that
Yeah.
certainly is a trend.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
especially if they're well-loved influencers, people
Sure.
trust them.
Sure.
So it's kind of stealth marketing. Stealth marketing has evolved, and I think the influencers have taken over it. I don't know if you know what stealth marketing is.
Well, it's where it's not really marketing.
It's
Yeah.
like a secret
Yeah.
marketing
Yeah.
campaign. Yeah. And it's the same as an influencer wearing something and people are asking,
Right.
where did you get that?
Right.
And they have a code or link. Yeah, stealth marketing is great.
Okay.
And that's so now they're required to disclose that it's an ad. But
So
I think
so
back
it's
in the
not
day, they
stealth
weren't.
anymore.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So things change.
They
How
do.
fast things change. So what else? Let's talk a little more about your journey. So where do you see? How big is your team?
So when I first started out, we had
You had you and two friends posing in the. By the way, it's no different than what Bill Gates did with Microsoft. You
really?
realize?
What did he do?
He said he went to IBM and said, "I have the software you need for your computer," and had faked it,
Oh, wow. I didn't
and
know
then
that.
got the order, and then had to go back,
Oh
and
my
then that's
gosh.
when he started scrambling to figure out how to get an
I had
OS
no
for the
idea.
IBM.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, so that's
I don't
exactly.
feel so bad now.
You're in good company.
I was ashamed looking back.
No,
I
it's
thought
the way
I'm
to do
crazy.
it.
But I actually have been told by many colleagues in the marketing space that they will, I could never do this, but to each their own. They will decorate their offices with fake awards and
Oh, is that
plaques.
right?
And then they'll lead clients through so they can see the awards. And it's psychology.
It is. It's psychology.
And it gets them hooked. They love it. And there's just so many things people do
Right.
to make it look like they're this award-winning, amazing agency. So,
To
me
fake it till
hiring
you
my
make
two
it.
friends to fill the room,
That's right.
I guess isn't so bad.
It's not the worst thing in the world. You're
Right.
not the first. So
That's good to know.
all right. So how many now? How big is your direct and indirect team now?
So now I have contractors. That's
Okay,
just how I keep
so you-
costs down for me and for business
And for your
owners.
clients, yeah.
Right. And so we have about 5 people, 5 contractors.
Okay.
We have a graphic designer, a marketing person, social media, Google Ads person, and then myself. And we have a salesperson as well working in the background helping me
Okay.
get more clients.
Most of your clients Arizona based?
Yes, they are.
Okay. And you're based in Scottsdale?
Scottsdale.
Always? You
Yep.
Okay.
But we help people all over Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then what do you see kind of, if you look out in your crystal ball, what do you see coming your way? What's the future hold for citrine?
Citrine.
Citrine.
So citrine it's a stone. It's my birthstone.
Oh, it is.
It's like a yellowish orange stone.
So it's almost like a crystal ball.
Yeah, you could say that. But it symbolizes abundance, joy, and creativity.
Very
so
cool.
that was why I chose it. But what I see in the future, hopefully, is growth.
Okay.
That would be
More
ideal.
clients.
More clients, more employees.
Are you going for larger clients? What's a
I
typical?
like the small to
Okay.
mid-sized business owners.
So is that 10 to 25 employees or 5 to 25?
Maybe 10.
10?
Yeah.
About 10.
I would love to give more work to people, and helping small business owners is
Rewarding.
It is rewarding. It's more intimate and closer, and
Got it.
you have the direct access to the owner, and you can just see their passion and excitement in their
Right.
business. But you're also there in the trenches with them when their business slows down and
Yeah.
they're pivoting or they're doing an event in hopes of getting more customers or clients through the door.
Okay.
So that's what I find most rewarding is when I can help them.
Okay. Very cool. Well, it's critical. I mean, as a small business owner, I've been a serial entrepreneur. I've seen the highs and lows, the hustles, the hurdles, and it's so frustrating when you know you have to market, but your budget, right, is tight,
Yes.
and that's the first thing you think about is I'm going to have to pull down this marketing campaign or that, or change to this approach for selling, and you know that if you just, I mean, it's the times when you take your foot off the gas pedal, which are the times when you really need to put more on than ever before. So
Absolutely. And they don't know what they don't know. So,
right, but that's why we need someone like yourself.
yeah, and educating them and showing them the value that marketing and advertising bring.
Okay, so all the folks out there watching, how would they get in touch with you?
They can reach out on LinkedIn, Sonja Elcic, SonjaElcic. They can also follow my business, Citrine Research and Consulting.
Okay,
We
it's a
have
website,
an Instagram. Yep.
website, and
We have an Instagram, Facebook,
Got it
LinkedIn,
all.
TikTok.
okay,
And our website is citrineresearchandconsulting.com.
okay, and then again, it's a full service marketing company.
Yes. So we do social media management and any type of ads.
Okay,
We also do newsletters and blog articles.
okay. What about let's say newsletters, and what about PR type functions? I don't know if PR is even a thing anymore.
There's a little bit of it sprinkled in, definitely,
Okay.
because when you do campaigns, you have to be very careful, especially when it comes to bad PR. You
Yeah.
don't want to market the wrong thing or the wrong phrase or the wrong pictures. So there's a little bit of that, but we don't do the full PR where we're sending out mass messages.
Okay. All right. And so, everyone, thanks for joining. You can reach Sonja at there'll be links on the podcast, so you can follow those. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our podcasts. And we'll look for you on a future episode. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.